All right. Thank you very much for all. I gotta do that for all the people that don't clap. Because it's a YouTube show, so there is no clapping like that. You don't see people clapping, so you gotta add that clap up in there. But you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese, Monday through Friday, people, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. We go 1 hour, but it could go a little further if it gets a little hotter. Got a good one up here today, people. So we have the unthinkable happen. Someone actually was picking up some items for Uber, and they decided to steal the bridal clothing. Okay, so we're gonna go over that. We got a kidnapping. We had a guy that tried to save his vehicle, do his thing like that. Delivery driver killed. Delivery driver killed. We got some cars and cribs. He got deactivated. We'll go ahead and talk about that. But I had a pretty interesting day on Walmart Spark. Okay, pretty interesting day on Walmart Spark. I'll start off with the Walmart Spark actually right now. So started up and two orders came in, and it was a pick as you want, one of those first come first serve things. So the first one was $28 and something cent. The other one was $7.28. The $28 one, I had to go 7 miles to go to the store and then go 10 miles from there. So I was like, nah, let me see. They gave me like 3 minutes to pick. And then another one popped up. Same store, same location, still gonna drive that same 7 miles, but it was $40. And then the drop off was only 6 miles for one order. So I took that one. I had to do shopping for 111 items though, which was easy. If you come from inside the warehouse and you know the picking process, you can get hit with a store that has 200 items, picking up heavier things and have to go at a faster pace and all of that. So other people turned that down because they thought it was weird. I picked it up and knocked it out in no time. I knocked it out with like an hour and a half left on when they told me to go ahead and get that done. But the interesting thing that happened here was that when I was going through the self going through the checkout, when I was doing the grocery part and scanning them, well, just putting them in the bags, the worker looks at me a few times and then she wants to say something, and then she goes and does her job, and then she comes back and she says, because she sees that I'm not paying, I'm just bagging them up, which is she's supposed to be aware. This is what they're supposed to do. So she said, are you doing the Instacart? I said no, and I just continued to do my thing. And then she looked, and then she said, are you doing a Walmart Spark? I said yes. She said, I have to scan your items. I said no. I said they only bring the item scan up when you're brand new, and if you make mistakes and your ratings aren't good, then it'll send a message to you to come scan 3 items. And I said it doesn't do that if there's no need to. Okay, so she said, no, I'm going to go get my manager and have them come. So they see me bagging up all my stuff and putting them in, and I turn around and I see that there's managers behind me. So I said, is there a problem? And she said, I'm just trying to see what's going on here, what the process is. Oh, I said, I'll tell you what the problem is in the process. I said, we're third party workers. I said, so, the SOPs that we know, you guys do not know as far as working here, the people working here at the self checkout. I said, we could be coming in from DoorDash, Walmart Spark, which this one is. I said Instacart. It can be any of these, and they have their own operating system on when we come up. I said, now, if my ratings were bad and I was new, it would send a message to her to go scan. She said, yes, I know that. I said, but since my ratings are good and I don't normally make errors, then they did not send that to me. I said, now they have me do is you keep your phone and you keep it up in case you have to show that it was paid for. I said, the transparency coming down from Walmart is not going into each employee. And I said, I know it's not your guys' responsibility to teach each employee each third party's process. I said, but at least one person should know something just so that they can know, an overall understanding. But I said she did her job right because she saw that I was not, paying. So she came to question, but this is why. So I said, you guys may want to go and, teach this to the people here working, if you don't want to just stop them, walk by and look at their phone when you're walking by so you can see, or, just do it like that. And she said, I never knew that. I thought they all were same. She said, I thought that they all were the same. No, each third party is different on the process, on how their thing will tell them. The only thing is the same is scanning the items in on those labels. But the manager did learn something, and there was another manager there that was showing employees to do the wrong stuff. And he got called out by another manager in front of the employees. Now, the other manager that got called out, he was saying, no, I do this all the time. We all do this all the time. And he was saying, no, you're a manager. You know you were not supposed to be doing that. And he said, I do it all the time. He just walked away. Like, he just walked away from him. So that guy was helping me for a little bit, the guy that got into trouble. And I let him know, I said, hey, man, you're a manager. I said, even though everyone is doing it, if you know you're not supposed to do it, you're not supposed to do it. He said, yeah, I know. I said, but you challenged him on something that you know you're not supposed to do. And he said, yeah, I got to go apologize to him. Instantly, he was like, I have to go apologize to him. He said, thanks, man. Bam. He said, thanks. I helped him out. You know what I mean? And he helped me find a few things after that. But, people, it's just like when you were doing this job. Even though you see a lot of people doing something and they say, hey, I do it all the time. It's okay. Just because someone else says do it does not make it, okay and right. That's why I follow the guidelines when I'm doing my thing. Okay, there's a lot of shortcutting and things that can happen that can just go wrong. And someone's always watching you, which is why the other manager got mad and said, no, in front of everyone, shoppers and all. He said, you are a manager. You are not supposed to be doing that. Whew, I was like, yeah, brother, check him right there. Check him right there. Now, I want to get into this cars and cribs thing. He got deactivated from Walmart Spark. Well, he did not get deactivated. He can still sign up for Walmart Spark, but he was using someone else's account. So obviously he can't get on, or he's on a super long waiting list. Because here's the thing, and I've said this many a times, and I've told people, be careful. I gave the story on when the lady brought up my food and she didn't want to come to the door because she knew that she was not the person on the picture, and she was trying to say, I can't find your apartment. And I said the directions are there. She was trying not to come up because she was a different person. I complained on that because my food came late. She did not want to get out the car and come up, and I was missing an item. So I told, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even the person. All they told me to do was go and rate the driver. But I did see that same person, and I did ask if they were still driving. The person that came up to the door said no, which means that person's not driving either. That is called deactivation. So, and I know that on Rideshare Rodeo, he interviewed the Long Island Dash Experience. I hope I said the name right. But he interviewed them, the couple, and they do a lot of great things with charity and autism. My son that passed away, Trey, he had DiGeorge syndrome. And, I support a lot of the things that they do. But when they were on Rideshare Rodeo's, show, he was interviewing them, or I think it was one of the co-host ones. But, they said the question was asked, do you think you'll get in trouble, if one of you guys are taking it up? And they said, no, there's a lot of other things that people get deactivated for. I don't think anyone would, trip on this, so we really don't pay any attention to it. Now, that right there, the not paying attention to a part, is the thing that got cars and cribs knocked out. And this is why I always say this stuff out loud on my channel. A lot of people don't like to hear it, but it's the stuff that can save you, okay? So he always says my business partner, okay, and he's going up. Now check this out. The message that he said, it said that an employee at Walmart or a customer noticed that you were not the person, okay? So, okay, you don't have a picture on Spark, okay, but you don't have to have a picture. People are saying it's a picture. No, you don't have to have a picture for it to say Robert. or someone's name is dropping it off. If you're a guy and it has and it's supposed to be a girl, that's an obvious red flag right there. So someone noticed, and it can be an employee from the place because you are third party. And I'm going to get into why this is so important when we get into this Uber driver thing. Okay, why this is so important. Okay, so he was telling people that, I got deactivated, and then he said my business partner got deactivated, so I should get my deactivation letter soon. No, people, there is no two people tied to an account. Everyone that's watching and trying to drive, you cannot sign up with two people, only one email account, only one person. You cannot sign up with two people. Okay, he was saying that to try to cover himself on the camera that he's using someone else's account. Okay, but that's all you can all the way tell. So he said in the video also that his business partner sits in the car and they always see that she's in the car when he's walking it up. That does not matter that they see her inside the car and walking it up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Payment, appreciate it. But that does not mean that, and I see people come up to my door all the time, and I know when it's someone that can't speak English well and they're showing them, I understand that part there. I kind of give them a little pass because they're trying to make sure someone is doing it right. But there's people that, it's just not that person at all even coming up to the door. At least the person that's on the picture comes up to the door, and then there's someone else behind them. At least I see that. But when someone just comes up to the door and it's not the person, someone can say, hey, what is going on? People, we live in a time and age right now where everyone is casing houses. Okay, let me tell you this. The safest city in America, Irvine, California, has the highest home invasions. People case houses, kick doors, and all that stuff that you hear in songs. That happens. Okay, so if you are not the person that's supposed to be coming up to the door, someone can think that you are casing out their house to go and rob them or steal stuff. So yes, it is a supreme major issue, and that's why the app will deactivate you. Now, for content creators, you cannot go fake it and funk like this brother did right here. His videos are good too, but he faked the funk on this one. We got to keep this 1,000 wild, keep this a buck, way real. Okay, you cannot tell people, well, my business partner got the letter, so I'm going to get mine soon. No, you got her deactivated. Okay, you got her deactivated, and she had to send you the message that she got. Okay, so you never were even on the app. You were just, they call that fraud. And when you're dealing with a service like this, it is a very, very serious thing. That's why you get deactivated, because you are coming up on someone's address. Okay, that's supposed to be something personal for someone that actually passed that background check so that they can go ahead and do their thing. They're giving all that trust to the person that passed all the tasks that they set forth, so you can go ahead and do the job. Now you're out there showing people, we go ahead, we do it like this. You learn how to do the job all the way to not be actually a part of the platform. And the person that was not going and doing it, now if this person was handicapped or something, and they trying to get some extra money and they were going to split the money with you, I could possibly see why you would want to help out like that. But if that person is willing and able and has two legs and they can do the thing, or if they say what most people say, it gets too heavy with the grocery stuff, then you shouldn't be doing it anyway. But what you did was you got someone kicked off of the app, and they did wrong. They did wrong. They knew they did wrong, and they allowed you to go ahead and do it. Every single door that you go to where there's a Ring door cam, a Leave It door, and everything, these people absolutely watch. Now, just because it hasn't happened to you, don't think that it will not happen. It's like the lottery. All it takes is for someone to push that button, and then bam, you are deactivated. Now, his business partner is not making that money on Walmart Spark because he is the driving force and going and put the footwork down and making the money. And he's not making that money because even if he was splitting the money, and because he's doing 200 or something a day on Walmart Spark, even if he's splitting the money, he's making 100. So now he just lost all that bankroll right there. He just lost all of that. Now, if he can absolutely get back on the app, he can, but don't do that again. Don't do that again. Now, you don't know if the person that dimed you out actually sent a picture of you on a ring cam so that they know you. And, like, you never know. Facial recognition and artificial intelligence is way real. You can pretty much just have blackballed yourself out of the game right there. I know you have other apps. I know you got stuff going on like that, brother, but you got deactivated for absolutely doing the wrong thing. And I bring this up because this is like the people who accept multiple orders and then they drop them at the last minute and all this other stuff. It's the exact same thing. It's like not accepting orders and your acceptance rate gets to a point and then they like kick you off the app for a little bit. They time you out. It's the same thing, but there's certain consequences that has to be carried out upon certain things. And this is fraud. Okay, it's fraud, and there's a whole balloon of things that can happen because the person that's not contracted to go ahead and be at that person's personal residence, that's not the person at all. And you could eat, and even if you did not know that someone was saying, hey, we can just go ahead and just make this money. What if you don't know that they have this, this other scheme to go and do things like that, but you let that person happen? So you got kicked off, deactivated. And two people cannot share an account, and then one person gets deactivated, and then they email you. It does not work like that. That was a lie and a cover up, and that's why he kept saying business partner. Normally, when you say business partner, when you're dealing with the delivery service, you have a team of drivers that all work together, and you guys work an area. That's what you would mean by business partner. That right there, he was actually what you would be called. That's like Virgil, the $1 Million Man. Had Virgil drove the car, did all the driving of the car, you know what I'm saying, did some fighting, did all that, took care of everything. He was the Virgil. So he made some money. He didn't want to sign up, don't know how, don't know why, but I do hope that all of the apps that we do see him picking up orders from, that it is him on the app and not his business partner, because we could be seeing more deactivations. I'm just putting that out there right there. And for all you new drivers, don't say, hey, man, you want to make some extra money? Here, go and use my car, my account. Here, use my account and go make some money. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't know what someone's going to do whenever it's not. Someone will always do other stuff they're not supposed to do when they're not working under their own name, because they don't get in trouble for anything. People, you got to understand that right there. People, you got to understand that. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are like, man, is he, why is he talking about this? Because, people, this is gig news. And like I said, I do report, and Cars and Cribs has a very, very nice following. Very, very nice following. People watch his stuff and buy his merch. So he's moving, and that is gig news, because he has a driving force in the gig economy. But we got to call a spade a spade. People, don't do what he did and using someone else's account, because that person can get deactivated. You can run the risk whenever you want, but just let you know that can happen. And don't lie to people by making them think that you can have two accounts, because that will give someone the wrong impression to get on the app and do the wrong thing. We're trying to clean it up, Jelly Bean. Trying to clean up these streets, and we are not playing any games. Now we're going to get to this crazy news, okay? We got a pretty good caper going on right now, people. Yes, you heard that right. We got a pretty good caper. I am going to read this first news about the Uber driver, because it is going to tie in to what we got going on here. And this is why, people, you gotta be respectful and right when you're doing this thing. And I hope Long Island Dash Experience, I hope they just take some more precautions. Take some more precautions. But I ain't even gonna lie, he is black, they are white. So, people will call for suspicious things. I'm just saying, people, I'm just saying. Now this one right here, okay? This has to do with the Uber driver Okay, Uber driver says yes to the dress, then stole NJ bridal shop delivery suit says. All right, now check this out. The owners of a New Jersey bridal shop have filed a lawsuit against Uber claiming a man posing as a driver for the company using a fake name and someone else's phone number stole 7 wedding dresses. He was paid to deliver a seamstress and left some brides hanging just before wedding dates. All right, so check this out, people. That's just what I just said. Cars and Cribs was using someone else's stuff, and he was not the person. Now, what if he went ahead and broke in and stole some stuff from this person's home? Now, this fake driver was using a fake name and someone else's phone, so it was not the person that was supposed to be coming up. He took a seamstress and left some brides hanging. Okay, he took the dresses. Okay, so it was a different person. That's why. All right. Because a man named Tori, who identified himself as an Uber driver, called the business May 17th and said he can pick up a delivery dress for the company. 7 dresses with the retail value of more than $4,000 were placed with Tori and deposited within his GMC truck. However, the dresses never delivered to the seamstress. The bridal shop later found out that Tori was a phony name, and that the phone number was used through the Uber app was listed as the name of a woman, who does not work for the Uber, at all. So the app was under a woman, same as Cars and Cribs, people, same as Cars and Cribs, was a woman, and a guy came and took the dresses. This is why he got deactivated. This is why she got deactivated. Okay, conspiracy to this stuff too. Okay, bridal shop workers called police, who were unsuccessful in tracking down the woman whose name corrected they couldn't find her. Tori does not exist. They're trying to figure this stuff out. So now they're trying to go through Uber people. And the wedding dresses were supposed to be worn between May 20th and June 3rd. But check this out. The lawsuit accuses Uber of failing to protect customers from criminal, misleading customers about insurance coverage, and failing to investigate drivers before approving them on the app. Okay, Uber does not confirm the authenticity of the driver credentials, driver identity, or vehicle registration. The lawsuit says the suit alleges negligent hiring, fraud, and injury to business reputation. Okay, and that business, and because that person stole, they're going to go out and slander them in the media. So that place is going to lose money because of all of this stuff, people. And Uber spokesman said Monday the company does not comment on pending litigation. The spokesman, however, offered a background that the rideshare company performs motor vehicle and other checks on all potential drivers, and as a team of former police officers working for the company to investigate complaints about drivers. That is what Uber said right there. But this is just like I said, people, and this is why this is so important. Us as content creators, we are out there doing the job. Now, you guys saw that when I had my wife doing the deliveries, but she actually has an account. She's a diamond driver. She has an account. I was just riding shotgun in her car and filming her do the deliveries. She was going up to the door for her account. I was not going up to the door for that account. Now, there was one day when my leg was hurting and I had to go drop off in a notorious Hispanic neighborhood where my color is not welcome there. They got NK on the walls, and I have to go drop off. She was like, "Do you want me to go drop it off at the door?" And I was like, "No, I'll go drop it off." Simply because I didn't want to put her in danger or nothing else like that. It was at night. But, like that's for an area where they don't like me. That's a quick reason for them to get me deactivated. So I thought about that also. But us as content creators, we got to go out there and tell the people all the right stuff. Don't say, "Oh, yeah, it's okay." Yeah, you can say all of that stuff, but just let them know, the consequences on the things that can happen because of doing things like that, okay? You have to do that. Now, I want to make an announcement. Saturday, I got an interview with Dash Theory TV. Yes. Dash Theory TV is going to be Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you guys tune in for that. So good and excited to sit down with the brother, to two educated black dudes that understands how to speak in front of a camera and show that there is a vocabulary out there that we must possess. We are both doing some good things and helping people, so I'm so glad to be sitting down with him. We're going to do that on Saturday, this Saturday coming up, and that's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it'll be at a good time for people on the East Coast. No one's really doing any driving at 3 o'clock, and people on the West Coast, if you're doing some lunch, you'll do some lunch, but it's hot. Some people are not going out until later on. So I want to go ahead and let you guys know about that. And I want to give John a round of applause, people. John does. I want to give John that round of applause because I thought he had some pretty good information without me participating in the Spark program. But once I got into the Spark program, he was giving you guys some very, very good information. I can vouch for that. I'm doing it myself, and coming from the background that I have, where I know exactly how it ran on the other side, the information that he is giving out is actually really good information. I can vouch for that too. There's not many of us out here as content creators who know what that side of work is on the other side. I can vouch for that, and he's doing a good job there. A good job, Dash 3 TV on that information. And he puts it out in a really good amount of time. Okay, so go ahead and check that out. I want to give a shout out to Accountant Currency Cordell. He is out there selling solar right now. He's a canvasser. People, when I talk about the canvassers that use my solar stories and all of that, he is out there doing it now, and he is seeing how hard it is, knocking on doors, and trying to actually get it done. So Accountant Currency Cordell, I want to bring you up here because I can absolutely help you, and I'll do some role playing with you. I can absolutely help you with getting in the door, making sure these are not just demos or they're just appointments being set, that it's actually going to be a demo being set that's going to be led to a sale. I can teach you the things that you have to say. I know about the energy commissions. I know about the electric companies. I know which ones are doing this and that. I know how to break that down for you, Accountant Currency Cordell. I am the director. Everyone that you would be under, your bosses that are dropping you off and having you and teaching you, I am their boss. They gotta come and listen to me to understand how to do it right. So Accountant Currency Cordell, I'm trying to help you out, man. I want to talk to you about that solar thing because he's doing Instacart and solar. Some videos he's all day solar. Some videos he's out there doing the Instacart. Now the videos he's doing on solar, people, he's right now in the beginning. So it's a lot of getting your footwork done and setting the appointments and trying to get these things done to get stuff in. So you're not going to see sales like that off the jump. So do watch that so you can see progression and you can see how hard he's working in the videos. And that's how you'll give some real appreciation to a content creator when they're doing their thing. He's showing you guys something that I know how to do. And I know that you're going to fail all the time. And he's still showing that. He's still showing it. Okay. He is still showing all of that. Now we're going to get to the news. We just did that bridal one right there, but we are going to get into a shooting. Okay. We're going to get into, let's get into the possible kidnapping. Let me go ahead and pull this one up.
Narrowly avoided after neighbors noticed suspicious activity near a Muskegon County mobile home community.
Our Michael Martin is live out where all of this went down. Michael, what do we know so far about this interesting, very unusual case here?
Max, Josh, yeah, at this point, we don't know a whole lot. Police alerted us just before 10 p.m. on Monday night to a possible attempted abduction. Now, they responded very quickly to this mobile home park just behind me after neighbors say they saw a delivery driver acting suspicious, and they blocked him in with their own vehicles.
I'm really glad that they caught this guy before anything else could have happened.
It's the stuff of after-school specials, a potential abductor lurking through your neighborhood.
I knew something bad had happened.
Just before 10 p.m. Monday night, Michigan State Police rushed to the Timberline Estates mobile home park in Twin Lake after neighbors saw an Amazon delivery driver they believed was acting suspicious near a young girl.
And when we were coming back in the roadway down here to the left of me, there was a sheriff's car, and then there was a bunch of state troopers out here.
Neighbors tell Fox 17 that because of those suspicions, several folks jumped in their own vehicles and blocked in that delivery truck to keep him there until police arrived.
It was one of the bigger Amazon vans. It was completely surrounded. He couldn't go anywhere.
John Bloom, who lives in the area, watched as it unfolded, unsettled by the large police presence.
So I'm really glad that, people were aware and understood what was going on and stopped this before that guy could get away.
Police say they detained the driver for questioning, but it's not yet clear what happened next, whether or not they were arrested on any charges. A spokesperson for Amazon tells Fox 17, quote, "We're providing our full support to the Michigan State Police who are investigating this incident and defer to the lieutenant in charge for any updates." Yeah, so in terms of what happened to that guy, that delivery driver who was detained by police for questioning, we don't know if he's facing any actual criminal charges related to what happened here at the park. We'll, of course, continue to check in with state police and bring you those updates. Until then, live in Twin Lake, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.
All right, now check this out. Here's what I feel about that. You know how we're talking about community, got to come together. We got to stick together. What about the neighborhood watch? Someone's coming through. We don't know what they're doing. Everything that we talked about and saying what people should do, that's exactly what those people did. Now, my question to you guys out there, actually seeing that a group of people actually did that, do you think that that was a good thing or a bad thing? I think that it was good. And I think that because they have not came back and told them anything, that he was probably there not doing something wrong. But I can't say that yet because it's completely not done. But they did not say anything. He would have been booked on something. They would have saw something. But, he's there looking suspicious. Now, this is why they say, looking suspicious is not a crime. Like looking suspicious is not a crime. You have to see me in the act, okay? You have to see me about to do something, okay? You have to see me doing all of that. You cannot just assume something. But at the same time, we are living in an age where people are getting shot, which is why I don't think that the people got into trouble and, that guy is probably let free. But to me, they blocked them in with the cars and everything because they thought an abduction was about to happen. They didn't do that for just no regular reason to block someone in. They thought that an abduction was going to happen, and I thought that was good too, because they did not just randomly do it on something that they thought just do it. No, they actually tried to act on something that we would call a terrible, heinous crime. Kidnap to a kid or anything else like that. I applaud someone that is going to go ahead and do that. Now, ultimately, were they right or were they wrong? We do not know, but until we see the dude being booked or we see them getting in trouble in a follow-up story, I'm guessing that they sprung into action, they double-checked everything, and everything is A-okay. But I do say I applaud those people. Those would be like the people when 9/11 happened and that one plane crashed in the middle of the field because they were fighting on the plane. I think that was a group of those type of people right there. So with that being said, I got to give them a round of applause. I got to give them that round of applause for absolutely doing a great job. There's a lot of people that would not have stepped, stepped in to even try to do anything like that, they would have looked the other way. Now, we have seen a lot of cases right now when people look the other way, kids are being snatched up and raped, and people are being beaten in the head with giant poles because that's all they have to offer. So, you know, I'm glad that some people did come in to action right there. Now, I'm going to bring up one right here where this dude went into action on his own thing. Now, this dude gets a slap yourself award, but at least he tried to redeem himself to make it not a fully like that. But you know what I mean? He still did, people, what I say constantly. I say this constantly, people. What do I say? Do not leave your car running when you are doing a delivery. He gets a slap yourself for that because he's a grown man and he should know that. That's something that you tell your kids.
A car slamming into.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Let me do this. I'm gonna push that back. He's a grown man. Okay, he's a grown man and he knows that he tells his kids that you should not be doing this. So right now we're going to watch this right now. He left his car running, and this is what happened. But he was not a punk, though. He did do something about it, though, after. So take a look.
Captured on video, a car slamming into the side of Remix Bar and Grill. Police say a delivery driver left the door to his car open when he ran into Remix to get the food just before 11 Sunday night. When he came back out, a 17-year-old got into the driver's seat and took off down Albemarle Street in Little Italy. Police say the victim grabbed hold of the suspect through the window.
The car was moving pretty fast. The driver was actually hanging on the window trying to get him out as he crashed.
The video shows after the crash, the victim pulled the suspect out of the car, and workers say he held him down until police got there and arrested him. No one was seriously injured, and manager Justin Crowder says thankfully no employees were outside when the car crashed.
Sometimes come out that back door, we sit, we chill, we get a rest. It's the restaurant, it get busy, it get kind of bad. So, you know, just thinking about the fact that somebody could have been out here during that time, but they weren't. So, I mean, that was just God. That was God.
Crowder says there was no damage to their building, just their dumpster, and they spent Monday cleaning up. But this comes just 3 weeks after the co-owner of the restaurant, Trevor White, was murdered.
Words can't explain the emotional pain that comes with it, but we're striving every day to make sure that we fulfill his dream.
Crowder says this incident adds insult to injury, but he's relieved the suspect is in custody and hopes it will serve as a warning to other teens.
I just hope that there's a life lesson from it, you know, not just for him, but for anyone else who may be in the same position as him to just, you know, really think twice of, you know, what you're doing, who's watching, how this could impact your life.
Man, now I'm going to tell you this. Now, I just did a story the other day about a couple that they got their car stolen and the guy went on a high-speed chase and the insurance company is not covering them. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It was their fault for telling the insurance company that they were out on a delivery if they did not have commercial insurance. You know what I would have did? I would have called the company that I'm doing the delivery for. I would have came up with something and said I cannot complete the order because something happened with my car. It's broken down or something. I will not be able to complete the order. I am so sorry right there. They, you know, they would have still been able to get their car insured and have a vehicle if they would have just, you know, not even said anything like that. If they just would have said someone stole the car and went on a high-speed chase, boom. But you know, that's what I would have told the insurance place. I would have called, you know, the Uber or whoever else, the DoorDash, and let them know that my car broke down and I cannot complete the order. So they cancel that order out. You might take a hit there, but oh well. But at least you're going to be able to still get your car back because someone just stole your car when you were driving. And that's how your car got took. Your insurance will be saved there. Now, this guy, the 17-year-old, he left his car running, which is negligence, okay? Which is now it's going to be hard for him. It's going to be hard for him to make up a story because it's on the news. His VIN and all that other stuff is there. All they have to do is go check and get videos when they go like when they actually want to go ahead and see. But if that was not the case, my man right here, all he would have to do is just say, Dude stole the car. He hopped in the car and stole the car. And don't mention anything about delivery. Don't mention anything about delivery. If you mention anything about delivery to your insurance company people, you are not going to be covered at all. So don't mention anything about delivery. No one has to know anything about a delivery except you canceling the order with the delivery company. That's the only company that needs to know. There's a lot of people who have gotten their cars snatched and have not gotten the car back because they went and told the insurance company the wrong thing. They went and said, yeah, I was out on delivery, and they think that their car is covered because they think they have insurance, but it does not cover that because that is a commercial thing you're doing. You're using it for work and transportation. Okay, I mean, you were using it for work and commuting for work. That is all work. Everything you were doing is for work. So that is commercial. So it is not covered. So most people just openly just talk and say, yeah, I was doing a delivery. No, people, it's like you're going into court when you're talking to your insurance people. You're going to court, okay? You guys got to know what to say and what not to say. That one couple could have saved their car, and this dude right now, when he called the insurance company that night, hopefully he did not say he was out doing a delivery because his car is totaled. He is out of a car. Now, if he just would have said, I just caught someone going into my car and stole the car and boom, 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 he is all the way good with the insurance company. It's how you file your claim, people. It's how you file your claim and what words you use. Okay, what words you use. That is message. Okay, so now I'm going to get into this next one because we have a delivery driver that was killed. Let's go ahead and get into this one right here. Let me share this screen. Check this one out. All right, so we have a food delivery driver killed in late night shooting in Fort Lucie, okay? Fort Lucie, CBS 12. Police are investigating the late night shooting of a food delivery driver in Port St. Lucie. A 911 call directed police to an area near Southwest Ewing Avenue and Southwest Addy Street at around 11 p.m. on Wednesday. The first officers on scene found a man in the car with gunshot wounds. He died later at the hospital. His name has not yet been released. Okay. No word yet on what led up to the shooting. However, police believe the shooting is not related to the man's employment as a delivery driver. People, they try to say this, people, and they're trying to make it so that people can still go ahead and drive. So they're going to try to go ahead and try to hide that. No, you got companies like DoorDash telling people to put cash in their pocket to do pizza deliveries, and people now know that there's more cash in driver's ed, and now they know that more people drive. Your car is not marked. So now it's just trying to guess on what. It's because people are delivery drivers. This is what they need to stop trying to sugarcoat from people. It is because people are delivery drivers and most people don't know how to protect themselves. Police said gunshots also hit several homes in the area. No one was hurt. Okay, no one was hurt in the area, but that driver was killed. All right, but that delivery driver was killed. So people, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect yourself at all times. Okay. Now that guy did come on out and try to rescue his own vehicle, but even then he could die right there. Someone snatching your car like that, I'm about to let them take the car. I'm not even in the car, Ava. I'm not even in. Yes. So protect yourself at all times, man, at all times. But that guy could have got killed running up on his car. Let that car go. Let that dude take the car. Let him crash the car and just report to your insurance company that, hey, that dude stole my car, and boom. He could have lost his life. I know he wants to protect his car, but the car is totaled. It smashed into a building. He felt like he had to do something, but that's that pride thing that kicked in because he knew that he left it out with the car running. He knew that you are not supposed to do that at all. So with that being said, people, do not leave your keys in the car and the car running. And if someone's already in your vehicle, people, let them have it. Your life is more important than that. My nephew is, got shot a couple times. Just lost my nephew, and it's tough. If anybody wants to help donate to the funeral and donate there, you can donate there to the HotFacts thing. The donation thing is set up there. If anyone wants to help donate to my nephew Cordell's funeral, you can donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is HotFacts, and the GoFundMe. My GoFundMe is HotFacts with Robert Reese. So if you guys would like to help and donate to my nephew's funeral, if you guys would like to, what is my dog doing? Hold on. My dog has poop stuck in her butt and she cannot get it out. It is hilarious. And she messed up my stuff right here. She's got poop in her butt. And she could not get it out. That was hilarious. I was like, what is wrong with my dog? And she's sitting there like doing a half squat thing. And I'm like, and she's looking at me like this, like not moving, just sitting there. And I'm looking, I'm like, and then she's running. And I'm like, why won't you stop? And then she just looked again, and I guess the poop is not coming out, so she's constipated. She was trying to get me to go pull it out or something. That was strange. But people, protect yourself at all times. You got loved ones to come home to. There's people that want to see you make it home. I know we want people to be heroes and to help. Now, we did see those people help when they pinned in that dude that they thought was going to kidnap the little girl. That was great. But you got to pick and choose when you want to be a hero, people. That was a group of people coming together to help. That was not one person trying to go out there and be Superman, be Batman, be any of that. And to these idiots that I see out there in San Diego, no disrespect to San Diego, but we got these idiots out there in San Diego. People, they are dressing up like superheroes and they go out at night and they absolutely try to fight crime. And the police are getting upset because these people are putting themselves in like serious danger because they're going to the bad areas. They're actually dressing in costumes and they're giving themselves super Avenger names, and they are going out there and trying to solve crime themselves. If you don't believe me, go check it out. Go type it up. Just type up real life superhero San Diego. It's been documented so many times. And people, we do understand that you can do a citizen's arrest, but come on now. Stupidity is stupidity. No one should be that stupid. Now, I got some messages here that I want to read, some comments, because someone, and it's all on these DoorDash, this is your problem. Okay, I got one from Payment Ali. What's up, Payment? I'm going to read your comment right now. He says, without hearing all the details of what happened from all the parties involved, it sounds like just the deactivation driver should guard their accounts. Yes, he's talking about cars and cribs, people. 2 dead, 4 shot, injured, 1 man, 6 robberies. People, there is a guy right now. He's committing robberies on 7-Elevens, and it is crazy. He looks like a Ninja Turtle, and they cannot find him. But DoorDash, this is your problem. We got people that they still think that I work for McDonald's. I don't work for McDonald's, people. I'm a driver. Listen to the video. I'm calling the driver out. Quit telling me stop working at McDonald's and all that other stuff. I don't work there. Stop telling me that, okay? And quit using independent contractor. I can start and stop and do anything anytime I want. Quit using that. I'm a independent contractor. I can stop and quit and do. You stop using that for your excuse. It doesn't make any sense at all. Quit using it. You don't know what an independent contractor is. Quit using it, please. You guys think because you can clock in yourself and clock out whenever you want, like you're a real independent contractor. What can I absolutely use you for? What can I use you for? What can I sit down with you for and we go over a contract and you provide a service? What can you absolutely do? What can you do? What type of business, ethics of everything do you have? You don't have any of that. You don't understand the concept. Quit using, I'm my own boss. I'm an independent contractor. Independent contractor means you don't even know what that is. You've never been an independent contractor until you start driving for DoorDash. You have never been an independent contractor. Never in your whole life. For anything. Cosmetology, no nothing. You have never been an independent contractor where you have clientele and you are providing a service and you have to be stand up for everything that you do because your word is your bond. You've always been a yes person. Always. Quit using independent contractor. You never were one. Never were. Never were. Never were. Quit using it. And if you are one of them people that use that and you make content, make your content right. If you were doing a field that you have never done before in your life and you're making comments about, an industry and you don't even know how it runs on the inside, go ahead and shut your mouth before you open it. Go do some research before you put that content out because you make yourself look dumb. There's a lot of people like that who have done a lot of complaining in videos and they don't even understand the process on the other side. So when I watch them, I'm like, these people are idiots. When other people watch them, people are like, dang, that stuff sucks. But I'm like, these people are idiots. They don't even understand. That's why I got a comment on the one when I interviewed the Walmart Spark employee and he gave his frustrations out. Someone said, good video. Yeah, I know it's a good video because these are things that these idiots need to hear. And those are the same idiots that don't know the processes who are trying to say I'm an independent contractor. I can do whatever I want, when I want. They try to find something else to complain about. The job wants us to be stand up about ourselves. So let's start not using it in bashing. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for you guys. You're not independent contractors. I will never hire you to run anything, and I will never put an employee to work under you. Would not happen. Would not happen at all. Would not. You're going to teach people all this bad stuff. That's why you guys are working by yourselves. You're not good with others. You don't know how to follow directions and take order. You don't know how to pay attention to detail. You don't know how to be a team player. You don't know how to problem solve. Multitask, not multi-app, multitask. Multi-apping is easy. You just sit there and wait. What about multitasking? You can't multitask. You can't do any of that. You can't do any of that. You can't do any of that. So you're doing this because it's only one thing to do. It's only one thing to do. And just because you multi-app, don't think that you multitask. That's not multitasking. That is not multitasking. You know nothing about any of that stuff. So you do this job. And you talk crap, you give people bad advice. Then I get told I'm giving bad advice when it's all the right stuff. But on my ratings on every app, I seem to be in all the green on the highest on everything I do. But I seem to be telling people the wrong stuff. Like today, I dropped off an order. And when I dropped it off, I did this for the customer. People, I know customer service. I know customer service. When I got there, I told the man I'm going to run back to my car just so I can do a double check. I said, just so I can do a double check, so I can make sure that I did not leave anything behind for you. Got back up to the door, He said, "You are the first driver that has ever done that." He said, "Thank you." He was also a Raider fan, and we spoke about that. But I was the first driver that actually just did that for him. I do that when they come to the door. I say, let me go back and double check. I do that for them there. That's how you ensure extra tips. I'm gonna give you guys some extra pointers here also for all you guys that have never been in the picking process in the warehouse, and you guys say, man, I'm gonna take this thing back because the box was dented when I bought it. Well, check this out. Someone missed that in the picking process, in the transport for shipping. You're not supposed to pick boxes that have damages or anything. You're supposed to pick the boxes that are fully intact, closed up and everything so that it looks presentable. So if you were doing this picking thing for these grocery store apps, when you were coming to like boxes of chips, or, you know, like it might be a box of like cornmeal, anything that's in the box, if you see the box is smushed or anything else like that, and you see other boxes there, grab the other box. That presentation and everything else to that box when it comes to logistics and shipping counts a whole lot when you're dealing with the customer. I'm gonna show you guys how to get tips when you're really dealing with these customers here on this Spark. Okay, make sure you do not pick any boxes that have dents. Okay, at all. The customer will think you are negligent, but it came from the store like that. That's not your excuse. You pick the one that's more pristine. That's exactly what you do. If you see that there's a box and the inside is sealed, but the flap is open like that, you don't pick that box. That customer is going to think that you're trying to go through their groceries. If it's loose items that are inside and they can see through or anything else like that, they're going to think that you stole something out of there and they didn't get all of their items, and they're going to do that instantly. You're dealing with logistics like this. Okay, you are in the store picking the items. You don't go get beat up bags. Don't spend too much time, but look at the milk. Make sure you're not getting milk that expires like in 2 days. Things like that go a long way. Some people say, well, that's a whole lot. No, you're just, look, if you know how to pick accurately and pay attention to detail, it's not that much. You pick up milk, look, date, boom, put that down. That's how you do it. You get the correct dates, and it doesn't take that long. It does not take that long. Normally, when you're picking milk, people, the milk in the back is the milk with the farthest date. Okay, the milk that's up front is going to expire. It's going to expire faster. Okay, you got to know that stuff. Sometimes you guys have maybe dropped off milk that was expiring like maybe the next day, and the customer really didn't realize it, and then they looked and they said, these dudes gave me some expired milk. Yeah, they're going to take a picture of that expired milk, and then boom, boom, boom. That's going to justify everything that they have going on. When you're dealing with picking items, it's self-accountability, which is why the standard is 99.7 for all the way around. In my videos, you will see I show all the people picking and doing everything in the aisles with you. Accuracy, I talk to the people in the aisles. Accuracy is so important, okay? It's so important. Now, let me tell you how they tie in all this accuracy and all this stuff to the Walmart Spark when you're picking and they're looking, okay? They'll look at your acceptance rate, and they'll look at dropping orders and all this, and then they'll look at your missed picks and all that other stuff. They'll look at all that stuff. That's how they ultimately determine what type of employee you are by your number. And a lot of you guys have come from the retail, you come from restaurants. You guys have no idea what this field is like and what these numbers are like and what they're dealing with, which is why they have to outsource to third-party companies so that the employees can go under less stress while trying to keep up with these numbers. You guys don't know anything about that. You guys are talking like you came from a different world, which you did, but the advice you guys are giving is completely the wrong advice. I suggest you guys go back and rewatch your film and pay attention to some of the things like the nitpicking, or when people says, I hate doing the shopping items because, man, sometimes they don't have the item and you have to look for a substitute. The substitute is normally right there and the same thing, but if they don't have it, you just hit can't find item, and if they don't have a substitute, it just goes to the next. But there's nothing wrong with going to the substitute. People turned down my order because it was 111 items. Don't you know that the people in the warehouse are picking like 7-8 stores a shift, and all of their stores are over 100-something items? All of their stores, and they're doing 7-8 stores a day, and they're picking all of those to get out to you. It might be for your tools, it might be for this and that, but that's what they are absolutely doing. So for you to pass up 100 items, and I got it done an hour and a half ahead of time. I got it done an hour and a half ahead of time. That little number that they put up, and I laughed at that. I said, "Are you serious?" But they have to put that number up for people that are doing the job. You know, the pickers in the warehouses know. The people in third party are like, "I'm not taking that. That's a lot of work." But you're lazy. That's why you don't work in the warehouse. You know, they're overloading these people that can do the work, but they don't want to do that. They want to spare those people. Working inside a warehouse over and over again, you know, the inhaling of the box dust and all of that stuff is not good for you healthy. So if they can outsource some stuff, they can cut down the overtime to get people to go home in 7.5, 8 hours, pay them $21 an hour. That's what they're trying to do right there. See, and you guys don't want to go in the warehouse and do that work. But you guys are getting out here telling people all the wrong stuff. So learn about the job you're doing, understand the processes all the way around. Don't short people, don't cheat people, don't use other people's accounts, and don't lie to your subscribers by saying my business partner got her deactivation paper, so I should be getting mine too. No, we are not paired by the hip when it comes to deactivation. One person, one account. Outside of that, people, I am out. I'm signing out like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. And I almost forgot. Forgot. When you do get deactivated, people, and you know why, do not cry. Now I'm out.